Very good morning to you, Kristi. It was definitely a soaker, and the rain was pounding down earlier this morning.
Yes, so we've sort of got two waves. One was sort of during Halloween, and then it eased a little bit during trick-or-treating hours, depending on where you were, thankfully. But now we've got another wave moving in right now. I just want to quickly show you how strong the winds were. We were talking about hurricane-force winds on the north coast yesterday, and even in Prince George for the inland regions, up to 85-kilometer-an-hour winds. We are anticipating strong winds again today, and we do have some warnings, and I'll show you those in a second. This is the rainfall, though, that is taking over the region. We anticipate the rain to continue through the morning hours. By the afternoon, it is going to ease to just a chance of showers, but it still will be a little unsettled. And that rainfall is shifting in through all of the interior regions today, with single-digit daytime highs, freezing levels down to about 1,400 meters in some areas. These are the areas that are under a wind warning and includes the mountain passes. So we're expecting heavy rain as well as windy conditions. So not great travel weather, that's for sure. That's up towards Kamloops and over towards Kelowna. Meanwhile, the rainfall warnings are still in place for Metro Vancouver. 20 to 40 millimeters fell yesterday, and we have another 20 to 30 expected today. This is by the afternoon, where conditions ease off to just a chance of showers. However, we still have a chance of showers even into the evening hours. So as I mentioned, even though the heavier rain that we're seeing this morning will ease off, we still have unsettled weather on the way through the latter part of the day and even into tomorrow. And Jen, don't forget, tomorrow we are going to see a bit of sunshine, but we change our clocks, which means we gain an hour's sleep. We fall back, but we gain an hour's sleep, so we get a little sleep in, which is great. And especially for those of us on the morning show, right? Okay, back to you.
Totally. It's the best day of the year. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
It's for sure, Kristi.
Yes. I'd like to say after yesterday's storm that, oh, don't worry, everyone, we're, in the clear. But now we've got sort of round number 2 hitting us right now. And yes, the rain is here once again. So we have wind warnings in place for the interior regions, the Milkameen, Nicola area, as well as the mountain passes. So the Coquihalla all the way up towards Kamloops, and then the connector over towards Kelowna. So the concern is that we're going to see heavy rain along with gusty winds. So be really careful on the roads, because they could be a little bit dicey. And then we have rainfall warnings in place for Metro Vancouver, and that's on top of what we saw yesterday. So we saw about 20 to 40 millimeters yesterday, and then today through the morning hours particularly we have another 20 to 30 millimeters of rain, and you can certainly see that on the radar imagery with some pulses that are incredibly heavy. Sorry, it's early in the morning, everyone. I'm still getting my mouth to work, but that's what that yellow and red and orange indicates. It's much heavier rain, and that's what we will see at times today. For those of you in the interior, single digits with that rainfall, so the freezing levels at about 1,400 meters. So it is going to be a cold rain, that's for sure. And if you're traveling the mountain passes, the connector could see a little bit of snow over the mountain, sort of highest summits. Meanwhile, this is later in the day. Conditions will ease off, still a chance of showers, and that's the key. Even when we get in behind this main system, we still do have some unsettled weather in the forecast. So a chance of showers through the latter part of the day today and into tomorrow morning as well. So there's your Saturday forecast, everyone. The good news is that as we turn things around on Sunday, although we have a chance of showers, it does look like we will see a bit more sunshine for our Sunday, which is great. So not only, Jen, do we get a little bit of a sleep in, because of course we change our clocks overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. Technically we fall back an hour, so we gain an hour's sleep. But not only do we get that extra hour's sleep, but we get a little bit of sunshine as well. All right, back to you.
Sounds like a good Sunday. Thanks so much, Kristi.
Yeah.
Okay, this is way too cute, Kristi. Oh, my word.
I know. This is Naya. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Naya with her bestie, E.T., of course. Wendy shared this one with us. Yeah, all dressed up there. Love it. With their matching outfits. Oh, my goodness. So cute. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, everyone. It is a soggy one out there. We had rainfall through much of Halloween, and it was heavy through the afternoon hours, and it sort of delayed the start of trick-or-treating for a lot of people, but it did sort of ease off. At least it wasn't that heavier rain for the entire trick-or-treating time, but right now we're right back into it. So we're expecting heavy rain through the morning hours. Daytime highs today will reach only 10 degrees. We will see conditions ease off to a chance of showers, but it really is just that, a chance of showers. We won't see a lot of sunshine tomorrow, but we will tomorrow. So here's the system. It's driving all across the interior regions as well, bringing windy conditions along the mountain passes. If you're traveling today, it is going to be a little bit dicey, so make sure you give yourself extra time. There'll be a lot of rain on the roads as well as windy conditions. Lots of sunshine across northern regions though for the next little while, but we are expecting windy conditions. Chance of showers for the north coast area today and tomorrow, even a risk of thunderstorms. Brighter skies expected in through the central interior, but you will see a fair amount of cloud. It's sort of south of Williams Lake that we'll see the rainfall. You can see it in the Columbia, the Kootenay region today, where we're talking about anywhere from 20 to 40 millimeters of rain all across southern BC, and that includes the south coast. So we have more rain on the way in total between the storm that we saw yesterday and the storm that we're anticipating today. We could see up to 80 millimeters of rain in some areas. Don't forget, we change our clocks tomorrow morning, Jay. That means we get to sleep in an extra hour, which is great.
We're going to need it because it's a busy sports Saturday, Kristi. Thank you very much.
Well, Kristi, that must have been a lot of rain up on them there mountains. I know where we were, it was pounding down.
Yes, I know. So we're talking about 20 to 40 millimeters of rain for the first wave that we saw. Well, it's the system that we saw yesterday through Halloween. We got a little bit of a break in some areas during trick-or-treating hours, which was really lucky, but we also had very strong winds yesterday. So we're talking about hurricane force winds across the north coast of BC, as well as the northwestern tip of Vancouver Island, Prince George up to 85. We're still expecting strong winds today, and it comes with the rainfall, and the heaviest rain for much of the southern BC will be in the morning hours. Conditions will ease to just a chance of showers in the afternoon, but in terms of winds, the areas we're concerned about are Nicholas, Milkamina, as well as the highways, so the Coquihalla as well as the connector. So heavy rain and windy conditions. It's not going to be great for travel today. If you can avoid it and head out tomorrow, it will be a much better day. So later today, we are going to see conditions ease to just a chance of showers, but it remains a little unsettled. And then even into a Sunday, it's going to be a similar pattern where we'll see some breaks of blue sky, but we still do have a chance of showers. So here's a look at your forecast. Nice bright skies across northern BC, but southern BC will be wet. And we're talking about single digits in terms of daytime highs in the interior, Jen, or Brad, I should say, because I'm throwing to you. 12 degrees expected across the Metro Vancouver region. Brad, we get a little bit of an extra hour of sleep tomorrow morning, which will be nice. Today is certainly an ugly one out there, and I understand that you haven't been able to get up in the helicopter, which is not surprising with the weather right now.
Maybe there's hope for us yet with this rainstorm lightening up a little bit. But it's not looking too hopeful behind you right now, Kristi.
Yeah, no, I was going to say not yet. It will later today, but that may have just been a lucky little spot on the Grouse Mountain because look at the radar imagery right now. The yellows and oranges and reds that you see there indicate intensity of the rainfall. So heavy rain now shifting into parts of Metro Vancouver, the Sunshine Coast, and even across Vancouver Island. We anticipate this to remain to be the case through the morning hours, another 20 to 30 millimeters just through the morning hours. But then in terms of that break that you're hoping for, that's more towards sort of the noon hour. Look at the drop in the chance of rainfall for Metro Vancouver, but we're not totally in the clear. Even later today, every once in a while you can see a bit of a blip, and that indicates that instability, meaning don't put away your rain jacket completely because we still do have a chance of showers. That continues into Sunday. So the rainfall warning is still in place for Metro Vancouver, Howe Sound, as well as the Fraser Valley, and we also have wind warnings. So heavy rain along the highways as well as windy conditions. Coquihalla, Connector, Allison Pass. If you are traveling today, give yourself extra time. You are going to need it. Widespread rain all across the interior regions with single-digit temperatures and the freezing level down to about 1,400 to 1,700 meters. This is the afternoon, though. Still that unsettled weather continues. So a chance of showers and then even into Sunday as well. So although Sunday we'll see a little bit more blue sky, we still do have a chance of showers, particularly for the morning hours across Metro Vancouver. So this is your Saturday forecast. The best chance for sunshine will be across northern BC. But basically, Williams Lake South is where we'll see the rainfall, and we are anticipating it to remain heavier through the morning hours, easing to just a chance of showers in the afternoon. And don't forget, tomorrow we change our clocks. We fall back an hour, which means we gain an hour's sleep as daylight savings comes to an end. So it'll be be nice to have a little bit of a sleep in and a much brighter day across much of BC. Okay, Jen, back to you.
Okay, I'm loving all these dog walking photos. Adorable. Look at them.
This is Stanley. Bob and Sandra said that Stanley was born like an old man and apparently doesn't really like the rain either. So
I get it. I agree,
Bob
Stanley.
and Sandra, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, sorry, Jen. What about your little one? Does he like the rain?
No, he hates the rain. He's like me. We hide from the rain.
Yeah. Especially when it's this heavy. So yes, we've got wet weather on the way. Bob and Sandra and Stanley, maybe wait till tomorrow to go for your dog walk, but that may take it's a little long wait for a dog, I suppose. Heavy rain expected through the morning hours. Will warm up to a high of 12 degrees, and we are expecting it to ease to just a chance of showers. However, it will be that in that we're not going to see it clear out completely. We're going to remain unsettled. So rainfall warning remains in effect from Metro Vancouver, Howe Sound through the Fraser Valley and over into the Manning Park area, as well as along the highways. We're expecting heavy rain, the Coquihalla, the Connector, and Allison Pass. So we're also expecting not only the heavy rain but windy conditions. So I'm really urging people to either give themselves lots of extra time so that they can go slow on the roads, or wait till later in the day. We'll start to see some breaks of blue sky. This is what we're anticipating through the morning hours, but it shifts out. Still unsettled weather. You can still see a chance of showers, especially in the Columbia and the Kootenay region through the latter part of the day. And tomorrow looks much better for travel. You can see we'll see breaks of blue sky, but we still do have a chance of showers. So not too bad. Now, northern BC, a whole different ballgame. Lots of sunshine anticipated for you over the next couple of days. Really, all the action will be across southern BC. Still a chance of showers across the north coast with a risk of thunderstorms today. A little unsettled, but it's just very spotty. Mainly cloudy in through the northern regions, and I'm getting wrapped, so I'm going to move through this, and I'll have more details when I come back. But Jay, it is certainly going to be wet. That's really all that everyone needs to know right now. And it will be a little bit better later in the day, but certainly wet through the morning. Back to you.
Thank you, Kristi. Appreciate it.
Sunrise will arrive an hour earlier each day. So before you head to bed tonight, don't forget to turn those clocks back. That is a good reminder indeed, but hopefully most people have the ones that do it for you. Kristi, makes it easier.
Yeah, like your phone, it automatically does it, which is great.
Yeah.
I hate it when the nights get shorter or earlier, the sun sets earlier. It just is so tough. That's the transition for me. All right, Jen, look at this radar imagery. So widespread rain across the region. The areas that you see in yellows, oranges, and reds indicate the intensity of the rain. So we are seeing heavy rain at times and will continue to through the morning hours. So rainfall warning is still in effect, 20 to 30 expected through the morning hours. This is where we are right now, but it will drop off, and we are expecting drier conditions through the latter part of the day, but we're not totally in the clear. We still do have a chance of showers at times, and that's even into our Sunday. But definitely once we get into the afternoon hours, the heavier rain that we're seeing right now will begin to ease. But there's the rainfall warning. We also have a wind warning. If you're traveling, the Coquihalla, the Connector, Allison Pass, all of those highways anticipating heavy rain along with windy conditions. So give yourself extra time if you're traveling today, or if you can avoid the roads until tomorrow, that would be a better idea. This is the scenario across the interior right now. And then in the afternoon, we start to see some breaks, but there's still rainfall in the Columbia and the Kootenay region, and still a chance of showers across these areas here. Sunday will be a bit brighter, but again, still a little unsettled, but definitely Sunday looks better. Nice and bright though across northern BC. The rain and cooler conditions are expected across the southern interior and across the south coast. So yes, heavy rain, and later in the day across Vancouver Island, you'll start to see some breaks, but we're not expecting breaks of blue sky for Metro Vancouver. Breaks of blue sky, though, possible on Sunday when we change our clocks and we gain an hour of sleep.
The weather has been entertaining to watch lately, I have to say. So good thing you've got your weather window up there.
Watch from inside.
Yes, for sure.
Right? Not from 100%. Outside.
No, too rainy.
Yeah, Jen, I just want to quickly mention weatherwindow@globaltv.com is our email address. We have one more dog walking forecast coming up, and we'd love to see your little pooch in some kind of a Halloween costume. We've shown some great ones so far this morning, so send me one or two. I only have one more available, one more spot available. So don't send me too many. All right, so very wet out there. As Jen was saying, this is great weather to watch from inside because it is certainly wet. And we anticipate the rainfall to continue through the morning hours. Rainfall warnings are in effect, another 20 to 30 expected through the morning hours. Also windy conditions. So if you're traveling, give yourself extra time. Not only could we see pooling water on the roads because of the heavy rain on the Coquihalla Connector and Allison Pass, or sort of the whole Princeton, but we're also expecting the windy conditions. So it may be a slow go on the roads today. This is a system that's driving all across the region. Freezing levels in the interior at about 1,700 meters, and for those of you in the Kootenay region, about 1,400 meters. Much brighter skies across northern BC. Enjoy it because all the action is across southern BC. The North Coast region, though, still has a chance of showers with a risk of thunderstorms today and tomorrow, whereas the Cariboo Central Interior should be mostly dry. You will see cloud cover, but the bulk of the moisture is south of Williams Lake. So there you go. You can see the rainfall there. Freezing level at 1,400 meters in the Kootenay region and about 1,700 meters in the southern interior. We are expecting wind and rain. Now, the wind has not quite picked up yet. It will pick up, though, in the afternoon for those of you in the interior. And for the south coast, drier conditions expected in the afternoon. The heaviest rain is expected through the morning, but we ease to just a chance of showers. Brighter skies anticipated on Sunday, tomorrow. We change our clocks. So we fall back an hour, which means we gain an hour of sleep as daylight savings time comes to an end. All right, Jen, nice to have some brighter skies anticipated for our day tomorrow. Back to you.
Absolutely. A little bit of sun is a good thing. Thanks so much. Oh, my word. I love this outfit. He looks perfect. She looks perfect.
I know. Rose, exactly. Oh, my goodness. Rose, I love it. And Jen, you know what? Ask and you shall receive. Of course, I asked for dog walking photos and I got tons and tons of them. So I'm going to show you a few more, but if I don't get to yours, I do apologize. I try to get to as many as I can, but it's hard to get them all into the system and on TV for you. But yeah, so there's Rose, Jen, and then now have a look at this. Two of them. This is Georgie and Bodie. Is that the Mystery Machine? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. Thanks to Edna for that one. And then, oh my goodness. This is Bear. Thanks to Andrea for that one. Bear, you are adorable. So and then we've got another one here. Wait, why is it not clicking? There we go. The devil. Lucy is the devil. And then another one.
These are
Panko. The hot dog with sunglasses. Thanks, Shauna, for that one. And one last one. This is Minnie Pippa. Minnie Mouse, but Pippa is dressed as one, so thanks to Sarah Morrison. All right, so let's have a look. This is so cute. Thanks to everyone who shared photos with us. So wet and windy, that's the plan. If you're traveling the mountain passes, you have to give yourself extra time. We're going to see pooling water on the roads. It's going to be very windy. Gusts potentially up to 90 kilometers an hour in those areas, and the rain will be widespread across southern BC, particularly in the morning. In the afternoon, conditions begin to ease off, but we still do have a chance of showers, particularly along the mountains. So the case across all of the South Coast mountains, and especially if you're in the Columbia and Kootenay region, I expect the rainfall to continue in the afternoon. But there's your Saturday forecast, everyone. Don't forget, we change our clocks tomorrow morning where we fall back an hour, but we gain an hour of sleep. Daylight savings comes to an end, and the sunset time comes to an hour earlier. But we are expecting some brighter skies tomorrow, certainly. All right, Jen, back to you.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It certainly has been a soaker of a morning, and now we're starting to see conditions ease off. Not across all areas, but in Metro Vancouver, we will continue to see that chance of rainfall drop. It isn't going to be a complete clearing. However, we may see some breaks of blue sky towards the end of the day, but we still are going to remain a little unsettled with a chance of showers, and that continues right into our Sunday. So here's a system that's driving across the region. It's bringing windy conditions and rainfall all across the interior. So a lot of areas expecting gusts up to 70 or 80 kilometers an hour, but we have these areas that are under a wind warning, and we're talking about gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour. So this is the Similkameen and Nicola area, as well as the mountain passes. So the Hope Princeton, the Connector, and the Coquihalla, and this is from Hope all the way up to Kamloops. So we're anticipating heavy rain on those highways, so we could see pooling water on the roads, and then those gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour. So potentially reduced visibility and certainly a slow go. So give yourself extra time if you're traveling falling. And we are, as I mentioned, starting to see the rainfall ease off. However, we still do have that chance of showers for the south coast. Meanwhile, a snowfall warning is in place for the Yoho Kootenay Park area. Snow expected today right through the overnight period, where the highest mountain passes could see anywhere from 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. And this is a heavy, wet snow, so that area may be really tough for travel. Later today, you can see that pulse of moisture in through the Columbia and the Kootenay region. That's where we're going to see the majority of the moisture, whereas areas further west will see some breaks. However, as I mentioned, we still have that chance of showers, and that chance of showers across the south coast continues even into our Sunday. We'll see waves or pulses of rainfall across the region. So here's a quick look at the forecast across northern BC. This is where we'll see the brightest skies. So from Williams Lake north, it will be mostly dry, and then south of there, that's where we're expecting the rainfall today. And again, it eases later in the day, but it will continue in the Columbia and the Kootenay region. So for Metro Vancouver, we're headed to just cloud cover and a chance of showers, and we may see some breaks of blue sky later today, but the better chance of breaks of blue sky will be tomorrow. And don't forget, we change our clocks, so we fall back an hour, which means we gain an hour of sleep tomorrow morning.